can we go a single day without exploitation, without exploiting somebody else directly or indirectly? One singular day. It doesn't have to be like a holiday. Uh, I mean, it can be. I guess I'll give a date for it if we do kind of want it to be a holiday here in a minute. But it could also just be a day that we fit into our week somewhere. You know what I mean? Just like randomly, where we boycott everything that causes harm. No plastic because it poisons the earth and us. Apparently, I don't know, microplastics, whatever the fuck. If you must eat food on this day, then it has to be 100% vegan, right? 100% vegan and 100% ethically sourced from, not from any like supply chains that have, say, forced labor or debt bondage labor or child labor, right? Because it's fucking exploitation. Exploitation is built into our society, and that's why this is insane. This is an insane video to make. It's crazy. It's very disturbing, right? Exploitation is built into our society. It's baked in. And so this is a day of protest. That's all this is. This is a day of protest. It's an idea of protest. The words that you say to other people must be carefully said. You can't get angry at people. You can't be mean to them. You can't objectify people or treat people bad. Like, I mean, that's sort of like the practical day-to-day part of it. But then, of course, there's another whole entire side of this, which is like, it's the indirect consequences of your actions. It's when you like buy, I don't know, sugar or cocoa or like clothing or something, and it's like, well, this was produced off of the backs of somebody way, way far away, just in some random corner of the earth that I have no fucking idea about, like Bangladesh or whatever the fuck. Like, I genuinely, like, can't tell you anything about Bangladesh. I couldn't really tell you anything about Thailand. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But for some reason, okay, there's these risks that we as people in, like, I guess, semi-prosperous countries face, where we risk accidentally supporting some kind of tyranny that is going on over there, like in these places that are kind of abstract. It's like, I don't know, a lot of us can't even fucking point to these places on a map, you know what I mean? But then, of course, there's this other aspect of it, which is just like, fucking, have you seen like the process in factory farming to get milk out of the cow? No, like it strikes you as wrong when you look at it, when you look at like these big machines that are like rotating cows, and it's just, I mean, first of all, you're gonna want to not look at that, and like this is sort of independent of any vegan ideology or anything like that. This is just like looking at something and like feeling like it's fucking wrong, and then having a little bit of evidence to suggest that, well, not only does it look wrong, but it actually kind of is wrong. I mean, the animals are being hurt, right? Or so we think. I mean, it depends on like how much denial we want to have as a people. It depends on how much we just want to prioritize like our comfort, because the world is scary, which of course makes this day of living without exploitation so much more valuable, because like, first of all, it's scary. Like, this world is fucking scary, so we need all this extra shit to like fill the void or something, to like make life more comfortable, so that we don't fucking go insane. It's all very insane. It's all very disturbing. But if you're still interested in what I'm saying, and if I still have your attention somehow, then yeah, everything has to be 100% ethically sourced. Like, And it has to be vegan too, because like I mean, we all kind of know that like maybe factory farming isn't the best. Maybe, depending on your worldview, you might settle for eating some food that's, from a local farm or whatever. But yeah, you'll have to basically do hours upon hours upon days upon years of work and just like readjusting your life to even have a chance at completing this day of like, I don't know, day of torture, you could also call it. But basically what I mean, I feel it feels kind of ridiculous saying this, because what I'm trying to get across with this video and like with this idea in the first place is that fucking, oh my god, exploitation is built in. Like, just this word exploitation, it's like a broad word, and it's just true. It's like we have somehow created a world where there is a market for, and trigger warning here, right, but there is a market for sex trafficking little children. Like, what have we done? What have we done? And labor trafficking and everything, and destroying the environment. But we have to, we have to have a society somehow, right? We can do better. Like, we can do better. We actually have to do better. So yeah, once you've done all the preparation needed to have a chance at succeeding in this day, which you won't do, nobody will. I mean, of course, I can always try to target like certain people with my videos, and like certain people who really will have the potential to like actually start making sacrifices in their day-to-day lives to, make a better fucking world for us all. But, the vast majority of people, as sad as it is to say, we can rely on them not doing any of this, which is very disturbing, but I don't know. It might tell us a thing or two about humanity, I guess. So while you're starving on this day, I don't know. I almost feel, I guess as I'm talking about this, I feel kind of discouraged with the subject that I'm trying to talk about. It's almost like I can feel just the silence on the other end of the screen, or maybe like the disinterest just building up, just like milliseconds away from clicking off the video. And it's just kind of weird. I don't know. I'll continue. It's just, yeah, this is what happens when you be genuine, like you be fully genuine. Not only that, but like when you care deeply about like some unseen exploitation problem, some shit that the average person just doesn't even give a shit about, right? Well, like they give a shit, right? But they would never give a shit enough to do anything about it. This is just the consequence that I face as somebody who is embarking on this quest of like like really what I want to do. Like I'm not gonna stop, by the way. I'm like, we're taking a little bit of a break here in the middle of this video, which is perfect, right? Whatever. If this is what the video needs to be, then this is what it'll be. But anyway, what I'm saying is like, I'm not gonna stop. What I'm gonna do here is I'm going to encourage like some kind of radical change in our society. Like, I'm just gonna fucking record videos until I do it, which is okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm set on this shit. I mean, I became very passionate about like anything relating to exploitation prevention, like probably 7 years ago. And nowadays I'm trying to live by values. Like, I'm genuinely trying to live while acting on, like the personal convictions that pop up in my head, like if your consciousness tells you that something might be wrong, like if something feels wrong, one of the natural responses, and it's a little bit different depending on the person's, but one of the natural responses is going to be to, it's going to be to want to like look into it, like see what's making it wrong, but also like part of the survival response from my perspective is to shut it out. Like like you're busy as fuck. You are busy. You do not have the time, and it's not going to make a difference anyway. This is what your brain tells you, right? This isn't true, but your brain is saying you are busy. Like you don't have the time to fucking look at ingredient labels or like look at recycling labels, right? Like like what the fuck? Are you crazy? Like, and by the way, recycling and doing these small little actions, learning about exploitation, learning about just fucking the harms in our society, like not only is it such a small insignificant action, but it's also just fucking like useless. Like the abuse of our time, the tyranny, as you could describe it as, of our time, like these systems of our time, they are so huge and massive and evil that you could never do anything about it. And that is one of the biggest lies that we've ever been sold. And it's just, it's fucking disgusting. And again, I'm going to make these videos until of course it ends. And I have more videos coming. And I have more projects coming. And I'm so fucking excited. Like, fuck this shit. Genuinely, I hate abuse and exploitation and just fucking corruption. Like, I just fucking hate it. And I hate it in a way where, like, I'm fucking grounded. Like, I try to have both of my feet just firmly planted on the ground of the earth. And, like, I realize that the world is a material place that I need to fucking protect. Okay? And you can come along with me or you can't. Or you won't. Like, it's up to you. We'll see what happens. Okay? But if you do want to connect with me, you can legitimately fucking connect with me in person. Like, I don't know if you're someone I know in real life. I don't know if you're, like, I don't really actually know who's watching this video, but you can fucking, like, I have shit across the internet. I have, like, a whole online presence. You can connect with me. I also listen to emails. Like, I genuinely listen to emails. I listen to comments. I read them twice. Like, I legitimately read comments twice. You know, especially while I'm a small creator. Like I'll fucking listen. Like, nobody deserves to be not heard, by the way. So yeah, it's just, I don't know. Hopefully, I'm really hoping, like, I am hoping to God right now that a stranger is watching this, because imagine how like powerful this video could be to just like a fucking stranger who's just like been watching just regular YouTube content this whole time, and then all of a sudden this pops up, and then maybe I have optimized the engagement of the video, like, you know, and I've been able to hold someone's attention. I don't know. I don't need to worry about those fucking little metrics, but but yeah, like, we started the video with sort of like a focus, like, day without exploitation, like, and now we're just kind of here. But I wonder if we can recenter our thoughts for just a second. So yeah, I mean, back to day without exploitation. Like, so while you're starving to death, because obviously you can't eat anything because your life is built on exploitation, be careful not to step on any bugs. Like legitimately be careful when you go outside with every last step. You know, like those millions of unconscious steps per day that you take. Like, and again, this part is like, this part of my critique here, like my rant, my complaining, it's more rooted in just the fundamental design of the earth. Like, it just sucks, you know. A lot of it is just stuff that you can't really control. But like, don't step on a snail, you know what I mean? Like, don't capture an animal. You know what I mean? You might hurt it on accident. It's just that kind of stuff. it's just fucking, it's insane, bro. It's insane how much abuse is in our world. And there's gonna be those of us who struggle with this day without exploitation to the point of it being impossible, like quite literally impossible, as I've mentioned. But there will actually be those of us who have engineered our lives, who have made sacrifices already to make it significantly more doable, which is genuinely beautiful. If we could just think about that for a second, like, oh my god, I have gone on this journey, bro. I have gone on a legitimate, beautiful journey of like reducing my harm that I put into the world, like reducing those indirect consequences and reducing direct consequences too, like your your day-to-day interactions with people and with technology or whatever. I don't know, just your day-to-day stuff, and like your interactions with yourself too, of course, because all the real battles and the realest battles of mankind take place in the head. And that's some true fucking shit right there. That's what I've observed in my life. But yeah, like there's ways to restructure your life so that this is possible. And I'll get to the exact day in just a moment, okay? Because I do have a day in mind, if you're genuinely interested up until this point, right? But yeah. So hopefully it's possible. Hopefully it's fucking possible. And then in the notes I put, day without exploitation may be possible, and I will fight for it until I die. Yes, as I have said, I'm done being uncertain about the change that I want to make in the world. I want radical change. Like, I want a healthy society. I want there to be a safe place everywhere. I don't know, I'm planning a video right now of just like my ideal society. Just like a little utopia. But of course a little bit more grounded than that. But yeah, and then I guess moving on, this whole idea, it's of course it brings to light the fact that exploitation is built in, like I've said 1,000 times already. And it's genuinely caused me to want to die. Like, this shit affects me so fucking bad. And I'm very surprised if it does not affect you. And yeah, I guess, I mean, this is why we're making the videos, right? It's to connect with people who are like me, to share to other people that there are people like me. Like, there are people who are fucking rotting away sometimes, like genuinely dying inside because of these very overlooked things. And I want the world to know that. I want the world to know that people give a shit. So if this video is proof of anything, it's proof that every last motherfucking insignificant, like even the most insignificant action that you could do is entirely significant. This is why I said that it was a fucking lie, like one of the biggest lies we've ever been sold in the modern day, is that our actions are insignificant. Like apparently if you buy one chocolate bar, then that continues the demand, like in economics, right? Like the demand and then the supply for cocoa. And then of course, that's one of like the industries that is understood to have exploitation risks, like child exploitation and stuff. And like I don't know, like it's boring, right? It's intensely aggressively boring as ever living fuck to think about how your tax dollars or whatever might be funding some war, or how they might be funding some children being murdered, or how they might be funding some child labor. And it's like it's aggressively and deeply boring, and your brain will want to avoid it because it's so fucking intensely horrible and kind of out of your control is what your brain will tell you. But no, I mean, I mean, at the very least, we can vote with our dollars. Like, at the very, very least. Like, just fucking do it. Like, and this is why I try to make these videos as well, is to find people who want to empower each other to live this kind of life where we're not gonna go fucking crazy. We're not gonna fucking live in caves and just hide from society. But we are gonna examine every last system that has caused pain. Every last fucking one of them. It's a way of life. It's like, it's living by values. It's living by convictions. If you don't, oh my gosh, I guess I want to like, I want to get this across, that there are people like me who are affected by this, and there are people who fucking across the world who are affected by this. We are all connected. We are all deeply connected through the internet and through global trade and things like that. And it's just the fucking idea, man. That sickening idea that what you do doesn't matter is fucking insane. And, you know, I guess I can kind of understand where that idea comes from. But of course, I've had all this time to learn that that's just false, right? Like, I've had, like, me of all people, in a way. I almost have, like, a somewhat of a unique perspective on that because of the kind of work that I've done. But yeah, I don't even know if humans are a good creature to exist at this point. Like, is it worth it for us to exist? That's a question that I have now. But yeah, like, you can see me, I do get lost in these details a lot of the time. Like, I get lost in these details that people tell you not to care about. But, you know, it's for valid reasons. Like, it's as simple as that. But nonetheless, right, I want to try. And by the way, the point on this channel is to try. Right? There's always a chance people will see this video. So, Day Without Exploitation, if anyone's watching this, August 10th. Okay? Either that, or you could just fucking fit it into some day in your week. But I think August 10th, let's see. I mean, if I do get any views, hopefully I'll get like one view on this video, and somebody will make it this far, and then, you know, here in a few months, August 10th, we can try this. And it'll be fucking miserable and horrible. But it's a day of protest. You know, I think of the No Kings March, the No Kings rallying, that event that took place, and I just, you know, I just like, oh, that's great. I mean, I don't know if it changed anything, right? I genuinely don't know. I guess the discouraged, apathetic, whatever the other word is, like, just that discouraged part of me wants to say that probably nothing came of that, right? But, you know, when I think of a day of protest, I feel like something like this can be more effective, because you're just withdrawing your fucking support. And I mean, does that make sense? Like, you're voting with your dollars, which is what everybody cares about. That's like the global relationship with each other. It's just, so much of it is just built on dollars and just like money, just like trade and supply and all this kind of like economic stuff, that whatever, right? But I haven't seen another holiday like this. Like, I was thinking maybe we could do it on some other holiday, like Child Exploitation Awareness Day, you know, to make a better use of that holiday. But the things that I'm mentioning here with this specific vision of this specific day, it doesn't quite fit into anything that already exists, right? I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to be unique or anything. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't quite fit in. So it can have its own day, August 10th. And that gives us some time to prepare. But not enough whatsoever, because, yeah, reasons. Obviously, right? Our life is built on exploitation. We think of our phones, right? I don't know. The material from our phone comes from, I believe, like a 6-continent supply chain, and probably some like child labor in there. We don't know, and this is part of the horror of modern life, is like we don't know, like, fucking, we need to pressure companies to be more transparent about where they get shit from, and genuinely we just need a fucking social revolution of sorts. We need a new fucking culture that prioritizes protecting people and operates by genuine values instead of just fucking like money and shit. And we need to make it happen though, because there's so many of us who are just talented, and it's just, let's make it fucking happen. That's all I have to say for you. If there's any little voice in your head, I think of it, I call it a conviction, a personal conviction. If there's any sort of little personal conviction that whispers to you, that gently reminds you of these kinds of things, and that maybe these things are worth listening to. Not even the examples that I mentioned in this video. You could take an entire set of different examples, like those specific examples of like chocolate and like phones and supply chains. You could take an entirely different set. And it's just, I just want us to think. And I want us to make a real fucking change. And I think that's it for the video. So let's go out there into the world and let's do something. But again, I am available to be contacted for as long as I'm uploading YouTube videos, pretty much. And Substack videos. I try to upload on multiple platforms, but yeah, I mean, thank you for watching.